Teenage suspect arrested over Brigadier General's killing. What really happened? Hello and welcome back to Gist Angle, where we break down the news so you don't just hear it, you understand it. Today's story is intense, emotional, and honestly a bit confusing. A teenage boy, just 15 years old, has reportedly been arrested in connection with the killing of a Nigerian Brigadier General in Borno State. But here is the real question. Is this truly a breakthrough in the case? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let's take our time and unpack everything carefully. First, let us look at what happened in Borno. A few days ago, there was a deadly attack on a military base in Borno State, a region that has unfortunately become very familiar with insurgency-related violence over the years. During that attack, a senior army officer, a brigadier general, was killed. Alongside him, several soldiers also lost their lives. This wasn't just any attack, it was significant because when someone of that rank is killed, it sends shockwaves through the military, the government, and the entire country. Naturally, people began asking, who carried out this attack? How did it happen? And will those responsible be caught? Now, let's look at the 15-year-old suspect. This is where the story takes a surprising turn. Reports began circulating that troops from the Joint Task Force in the Northeast had arrested a suspect, but not just any suspect, a 15-year-old boy identified simply as Tijani. According to the reports, he was arrested in Ngamdu, Borno State. He was allegedly on his way to buy food for members of his group, and most importantly, he was said to be linked to the deadly attack. At first glance, this sounds like a major development, but when you look closer, things become less clear. Let us look at the video confession.
Sunana Tijjani, shekara na 15 ne. Mun dawa jilli mun yi atakin na bani shek da ngamdu sai mu koma jilli. Da muka koma jilli ne aka aike mu je mu siya kayan abinci. An bani 1850 mu je mu siya abinci. Da muka dawo ne, motar mu ya cire mu kusa da maturu. Muka shiga da maturu da kafa. Da muka shiga da maturu da kafa muka hawo mota muka je ngamdu. Muka kwana ngamdu. Da muka kwana ngamdu ne, da na tashi ban kalla ƴan uwana ba sai na zo na tambaye su sojoji. Sai aka kama ni. To yanzu motar mu 20 ne amma ɗayan ya bace.
20 din aina motar din suke?
Suna jilli ne. Yan Boko Haram ne a jilli. Yanzu suna jiran mota 10 ne su dawo a Gamari. In sun dawo jilli sai su kawo attack ranar Juma'a mai zuwa na saman shi.
A video started circulating online. In that video, the teenage suspect reportedly spoke in Hausa and made several claims. He said he participated in attacks in places like Benishek and Ngamdu. He and others came from a location called Jili. After the attack, they returned there. He was sent back with a large sum of money, about 850,000 naira, to collect logistics. Now pause for a moment. A 15-year-old boy handling that amount of money, moving between locations linked to insurgent activity. It raises a lot of questions, and not all of them have clear answers. Now let us look at what is confirmed and what is not. We are going to separate the facts from assumptions. These are what appears credible. There was indeed a deadly attack in Borno. A brigadier general and soldiers were killed. Security forces are actively making arrests. Now, this is what is still uncertain. Whether this teenager directly participated in the killing, whether his statements in the video are fully reliable, whether he is a major player or just a minor participant. And this is very important because in situations like this, early reports can be misleading. Let us look at the reality of child involvement. This is something deeper and honestly more disturbing. The involvement of minors in insurgency. Over the years, armed groups in the Northeast have been known to use teenagers and even younger children, not always as fighters, sometimes as messengers, informants, couriers, or for logistics. So yes, it is possible that a 15-year-old could be involved in some way, but that doesn't automatically mean that he planned the attack or that he was among those who carried it out. In many cases, these young individuals are recruited, influenced, or even forced into these roles, which makes the situation more complex than it first appears. Let us analyze the problem with the confession videos. In Nigeria, especially in security-related cases, videos of suspects confessing often surface online. But here is what you need to understand. Not all confessions are equal. There are key questions we must ask. When was the video recorded? Who recorded it? Under what conditions was the suspect speaking? Was there any pressure or coercion involved? Because without clear answers, that video alone cannot be treated as solid proof. There is one important question people aren't asking. Where are the authorities? One major gap in this story is the absence of an official statement. So far, no detailed confirmation from military authorities, no full briefing on the suspect, no clear explanation of his exact role, and until that happens, everything remains in the realm of alleged and reported. Yet, this is why the story still matters. This isn't just another news headline. It raises serious issues. One is security challenges. The fact that such an attack happened shows that insurgent threats are still very real. Military bases are still very vulnerable. 2. Youth involvement. A 15-year-old boy being linked to such violence is alarming. It forces us to ask, what is really happening to young people in these regions? 3. Information reliability. In today's digital age, videos spread fast, headlines spread faster, but truth takes time. Still, here are what we should watch out for next as this story develops. An official statement from the military, independent verification of the suspect's identity, more details about the attack itself, whether other suspects are arrested, because one arrest rarely tells the full story. As the story continues to unfold, here are curious questions Nigerians are asking. If this teenager was truly involved, what exactly was his role? Mastermind, participant, or just a messenger? How reliable is that confession video? And what don't we know about how it was recorded? If he was actually carrying 850,000 naira for logistics, who sent him and who was supposed to receive it? Are we looking at the real perpetrators or just the most vulnerable person that could be caught? What bigger network or operation might be hiding behind this one arrest? And most importantly, what truths are still missing from this story that authorities haven't told us yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's discuss, especially about the confession video. And please, if you are here for the first time, kindly subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss our next update.
It's just Angle.